Hey, it's Charlie.
And Chase.
And we're at Famous Birthdays playing Guess Their Age.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Hey there, people. Things about Charli DAmelio that not a lot of people know. Make sure you're staying till number 1 as you don't want to miss out on a single fact that we have to share. Number 10. She wasn't famous before TikTok. If you believe that Charli was a superstar persona that she adopts in her real life as well, you couldn't be more wrong. She was always a very shy girl who never stayed in the highlights. She goes to a private school in Connecticut, and no, she's no superstar there. In fact, she never intended to become famous in the first place, let alone make a place in the list of internet royalty. She was always more quiet and subdued in comparison to her sister, who has a more strong personality. Charli has herself revealed later in an interview at the Entertainment Weekly that she never thought she would one day have so many people around the globe follow the dance moves she makes in her own room. Number 9. She has had years of professional dance training. Charli did not become an internet sensation without practical talent. What you don't know is that she has had more than 10 years of training in dance. And not just the training, she has showcased her talent on numerous occasions and actually won prizes. She was even declared the winner of regional dance contests in Connecticut, her hometown. Not just that, if you check her Instagram, you will find pictures of her with prizes from different competitions over the years. She has even got noticed by global pop artists like Jennifer Lopez and Bebe Rexha. The latter was so impressed by the teen talent that she personally called her up and asked her to perform in her dance group. She had also performed with J-Lo. So haters might keep saying all what they want. Charli is a star on her own accord and she has risen to fame because she is talented. Number 8. Making dance routines for her friends. Believe it or not, Charli DAmelio is a very famous artist on TikTok, but she did not even have an account on the platform to begin with. She used to make dance routines for her friends, who had their own accounts in the app, but she never had her own. Can you imagine that a girl as talented as her did not prefer the limelight and stayed in the shadows? It took a long time for her friends and sister to convince her to post her own content. Later, she has often talked about how shy she was of herself and how she thought people wouldn't like what she had to offer. Well, she has been proven wrong and she practically transformed into an internet celebrity within a very less span of time. Who would have thought, right? Charli herself certainly didn't think so, but that didn't stop her success. If only people would stop giving her a hard time. Number 7. She's not afraid to be herself. Charli personally thinks that the reason she has so many fans, so young herself at just 16 years of age, who look up to her is because she is very genuine and honest as a person. Sure, there are millions of views on the videos that she makes of her dancing, but other than those, she posts normal person stuff, like how her day went and what she's currently working on. Like most other teens, she also enjoys regular snack foods like iced tea and donuts, as is apparent from the videos she posts of herself. People who resent her just don't seem to acknowledge the fact that she is different from other stars, at least as long as maintaining a perfect image all the time is concerned. She is, in her own words, not afraid to show people what she really is. Number 6. Charli doesn't think of herself as a family brand. Charli has been accused of using her family to show herself off as a trophy member, but actually, she's very closely knit to her family. While there have been some videos where Charli has been seen to be annoying her family, for instance, an Instagram live stream where she visibly argued with her mother over something as basic as cleaning her room, they don't really prove that they are in a bad place. What the haters don't understand is, in these videos where the D'Amelios have apparently bickered are perfectly normal, amusing even, and they're nothing to draw serious conclusions from. She has even had live streams and interactive sessions with fans, where her family members have joined in. Her sister is also a TikTok artist, and they have a shared screen. In fact, Heidi D'Amelio, Charli's mother, has even stated how proud she is of her little daughter who has achieved so much in such a young age. Charli has even said that she actually looks to her parents for support, and it's quite evident that they do help their daughter a lot. Would you call that a family that isn't close? Number 5. She struggles with online hate. At first, Charli's elder sister Dixie had an account in TikTok before Charli did, and she seemed to be doing pretty well in it. However, when Charli joined in, she had been at the receiving end of some pretty nasty comments. Later, when she became a complete celebrity and her fame increased, so did the hate. People didn't even leave her sister out of the dirt. They had received some really mean and hurtful comments as reactions that included them showing too much bone and being ugly. Charli has said that she was even personally told that she had an ugly face and her body had a weird shape, and that she was actually very hurt by these comments. Sometimes you might not like a person or the content they're posting, but haters even seem to forget the fact that these are very real people with genuine, valid feelings, and saying mean and disrespectful things to them is wrong and incorrect. Number 4. She was bullied growing up. Charli DAmelio might seem odd and snooty at times, but it is not because she's full of herself or she has a snobbish celeb attitude. It's because, like so many other people her age, Charli was bullied growing up. She has confessed that she had a hard time being comfortable in her own skin. In elementary school, people made fun of her eating habits, and she faced a really tough time. So before you assume that she's full of herself, just stop for a moment and think that she's really giving her own self some time and effort. Number 3. She's not really competing against anyone. It seems like Charli is in a competition with other TikTok artists, whereas in reality, this concept is totally made up by fans. Most famous video compilations have been published on TikTok, and this is completely opposite of what Charli and her fellow TikTok stars are doing. Take Lorraine Gray, for example. She has clearly stated that she does not think of Charli as a competitor, but thinks of her as a sweet young girl who is actually very talented and has a long way to go. Another artist who Charli is constantly compared with is Addison Rae, who in real life is so good friends with both Charli and Dixie that the three of them are practically sisters. Addison is very close to the DAmelio family, and she and Charli have even done YouTubers. The fans who encourage this kind of competition do not seem to understand that this puts tons of pressure on their favorite stars. However, Charli and Addison are pretty close friends, and no matter what haters say, they don't really seem to be going against one another. Hope it stays this way. Number 2. Charli loves her fans. The first meet and greet Charli had with her fans stirred up some controversies because she has charged a whopping $100 for each person's ticket to just see her. Anyhow, the event was a great one. It went pretty smoothly, and she met and interacted with all her fans, signed her autographs, asked the people how they were, and even performed a few dance steps with eager fans. And it has been like that since then. It's no secret now that she absolutely adores so many people who follow her from around the world. Number 1. Charli's fans love her. She doesn't have to worry about the haters who strongly antagonize her or try to drag her through dirt, much because there are millions of her fans who will support her through thick and thin, and this has been proved over and over. Whenever there has been any controversy related to Charli, whether be it the issue with TikTok star Jacob Sartorius, or her public breakup with now ex-boyfriend Chase Hudson, or her alleged public argument with friend and fellow artist Addison Rae in a parking lot, her dedicated fans have always had her back. So it's not surprised really that Charli really loves her fans, even if some people don't understand her. While you're here, click on one of the 2 videos on your screen. See you there!